YouTube, what's going on? It's Sean Bond again with Fusion Media Group, coming at you with a little different type of video this time. I'm gonna do a little showcase of some Ninja Turtles I custom painted. Actually, I did a little custom work on both of them. My first set I got actually the end of the year 2013, around December that time. I was in Walmart browsing around. Sometimes, I got a little action figure collector bug in me. So, I was browsing through to see what type of cool toys they have and stuff. So, I saw these and I was impressed with them. And I actually picked up Michelangelo and Raphael. And I was like, man, when I opened them up, I played around with them. I was amazed by how much articulation they had in them, and just how cool they looked. Led me to go ahead when everybody was like, "Oh man, you got some Ninja Turtles. When you gonna get the other two?" So it was around Christmas time. It's kind of hard to find. I ended up going the eBay route. Ended up paying a little more to get Donatello and Leonardo. But I got my first set, and was pretty impressed with them. Also, browsing around on YouTube, I started to notice that actually these things been out since 2012, and a lot of people have been buying them and doing some custom painting work. So that really drew my interest. I actually did a little custom modifications on my first set of turtles. I painted up their weapons. Of course, Michelangelo, Donatello, they had weapons that came with plastic chains. So, I did a little modification on the weapons, nunchucks and stuff, and painted them up a little bit. So yeah, after I did that, I was like, all right, I've been watching videos on people how they custom painted them and stuff, and they was giving a little backstory, doing a little research. So, I got me another set, and I didn't have to go to eBay this time. Actually, I was just browsing around in Walmart again. Happened to see they restocked up on the turtle merchandise, and they had all four in stock. So I said, let me go ahead and pick them up, give me another set, and I'm gonna really go out and really paint these up. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the showcase, and y'all sit back and relax and enjoy. All right, so we back. Quick break. So what I did was I took my custom ones out of the shot really, and I'm gonna go ahead and focus on my first set here. These are my original turtles I got before I did my other ones. So we have Michelangelo, Leonardo, Raphael, and Donatello here. And like I said, I was impressed with their articulation, and I like the build of them actually. That's what been across the board. A lot of people been saying they like the articulation and how they're building just these things is hot. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Judge me if you want. I like these turtles. So anyway, like I said, some people have been painting them up, going full out. With these, I actually did a very mild to little customizing on these. They still have their factory painting stuff. Only thing I really did was, as you can see here, maybe on their belts, I kind of painted a little white in on the detail of the belts. Michelangelo here, you see, I gave him the chains and painted his nunchucks up a little bit, or was it nunchakos, whatever. The Michelangelo weapons. Leonardo, same thing. I did a little paint on his belt here. And then, I painted his swords. I don't know if you can really see that. Shout out to my cameraman, yeah, doing the thing. Same with Raphael. Painted up his weapons. Did a little detail painting in the belt. And you can definitely see with Donatello. Painted up his staff a little bit. Did a little custom painting on the belt here a little bit. Here's his back weapon. I did the same thing. Painted the blade silver. So like I said, this was a little test run for me, just to play around with them a little bit, get them kind of my style to it. But so, like I said, after watching a few videos and browsing around online, just looking up Google images of people who done painted their turtles, I'm like, man, these things look hot. I was like, I want to try me around at doing that myself. So, like I said, I found me 4 more turtles, and I decided to go out on these. So, I'm gonna put these guys away. I'm gonna bring back the custom painted Ninja Turtles. We back, and so I took out my first set, and now I got my new set of turtles up. Now, like I said, I was back at Walmart another day, and I was, browsed through the section again. Cause I made up my mind I was gonna go ahead and get me a new set, and I wanted to go ahead and custom paint those, like for real, for real. So I was browsing through, happened to find all 4 of them in stock. So I went and got these, and I said, these are the ones I'm gonna go out at. So here they are, right here. These are my fully custom painted turtles. Now, before I really get into showcasing them, like I said, before I got into it, I've been doing a little, researching and stuff, and I'm not actually a rookie as far as painting plastic materials. When I was little, I used to do model cars and stuff like that. Um, so it was not a big learning curve for me. The main thing was just my paints and stuff. I'm gonna show you a little bit of what I used. What we have here, so we got some acrylic Model Masters from Testers. I believe they make this brand. You can get this at Hobby Lobby. Um, Also, kind of got some at the art section at Walmart. They have some of these, which is way cheaper. Uh, I'm not sure how they work yet, really. I don't plan on doing too much playing around with them either. So I'm assuming the paint will do very fine. It was only like $1 or something. Then I used some black wash. So I know some people they know how to make theirs, but also it came pre-bought, and so I just got some testers Create Effects acrylic wash, black wash. Um, then after I finished painting them, I hit them. I went over them with a coat of this Testers Dull Coat paint. Um, so this was what I used as far as for going about and paint them. Now, what I did with these, basically, I ended up going over doing a black wash on the shells and, of course, the front part, the belts and stuff like that. And on the turtles, I actually did a little bit of attempt at dry brushing. It was a decent attempt at dry brushing some green on their skin, some green shades. I tried to mix it up a little bit. And actually on their knee pads and stuff, I tried to blend in some subtle colors to their headbands to kind of incorporate a little bit of that traditional 80s cartoon style Ninja Turtle swag to them. Yes, I did say the word swag. But anyway, all right, let me go ahead and go through these guys with you. So let's start with Michelangelo here. Um, as you can see, uh, I did paint his wraps on his feet. I actually did it with all of them. I actually, instead of going with the brown like they originally had, matter of fact, I throw that in there. As you can see, bam. Instead of the brown wraps, foot wraps, I painted them white. And of course, like my first ones, get up. I painted his weapons and put some real chains on them. Now the chains, I actually saw a pretty cool video on YouTube, and if I find it again, I actually put it in the description. Um, they did a nice video. I wish I knew their names. I shot them out, but they did a nice little video on doing this, removing the chains and putting in chains, real chains. What you can do is you can go to your hobby store, any hobby store. I went to Hobby Lobby, and you can get you a set of eye pins, and you can get you a spool of chain, and some super glue, and then just get you a little drill, small drill bit. You can make your cut and drill a little hole into the ends of the nunchucks and whatever this little spear-looking weapon here he's got. And then just put your chains in, super glue them. Holds up pretty well. But anyway, that's Michelangelo. He turned out pretty good. He was really my first test subject as far as the custom painting. So it was a little rough. Like it's still on his skin area there. It's a little rough as far as the dry brushing went. But overall, I'm very impressed how he turned out. He's got that nice dirty look to him. Looks more sinister, or I don't know exactly what word to say, but it's pretty good. Next here we have Leonardo, and actually let me bring up regular Leonardo. So as you can see already, a nice difference between them. Same thing. Did black wash on his shells all over, basically. He already had the nice light colored wraps and taping, so I didn't really have to paint them white. So I just ended up giving him black wash. Then I ended up going ahead and dry brushing over him. A little light green. There's his weapon, that's the back. This actually turned out good too. The original green I used, it turned out more green than I expected, so that's why he's a lot greener. But at the end of the day, I'm still satisfied with how he turned out. Also on his knee pads and shoulder pads there, I mixed in a little blue with this leather colored. I actually did it with Michelangelo too, but with I had some orange I blended in. To give it that little subtle blue tint to his knee pad, kind of match his bandana. To give him a little bit of that flavor from the 80s. And next we got Raphael. Now, let me bring up the original Raphael. And as you can see, same scenario. Well, with Michelangelo. Painted his wraps, his leg wraps, white at the bottom. Hit him with the black wash. And I did actually, even though you can't really see it, I did do a little dry brushing over him. But this Raphael with this new series, he comes real dark green. So I know a lot of people said things about that as far as repainting him. But I was actually satisfied how he looked. Same thing. I actually tried to mix in a little red with the leather colored paint that I had, and so it turned out pretty good. I was satisfied with that. Also, all of them got their weapons fully custom painted. Last but not least, Donatello. And let me bring up original Donatello. As you can see, same scenario here. Gave him the black wash detail. Painted his foot wraps white. Painted his weapons. And this Donatello, actually, I dry brushed him. Actually with the Walmart paint I had showed you earlier. That was the exact color I used on him. So I dry brushed him a little bit over him. It turned out pretty good. I mean, it maybe could have been better, but to my satisfaction, I liked it. I mean, it gave him a nice little different color variation. You can see where some of the original skin coloring is still showing. But I'm really impressed with his knee pads. Like the rest of them, it really showcases on him though. I mixed a little purple in with the leather paint color to give it that purplish leather, and I painted over his knee pads and stuff. And with all of them, I black washed their weapons as well, and hit them with that dull coat to take off the glossy edge and give them a more dull and dirtier look. But yeah, I'm pretty impressed. I like how they turned out. I'm not sure if I plan on doing more. I know there's a few guys that have like reviews of 4 or 5 turtle sets they've painted. I think I may be chilling out on this one right now, but I am actually working on the Shredder figure. That's pretty exciting in itself. So when I get that done, I'll definitely be back hitting you with a nice little showcase of that, because I really did go to work on customizing that. But again, I'd like to thank you for watching. I'd like to thank Playmates for making these nice action figures here. I'd like to thank the Ninja Turtles franchise. I'd like to thank everybody, on YouTube that I've been watching, some websites. Definitely, I know FigureRealm.com. I've been looking through some of their stuff, getting a little advice and stuff about them. And just all the people that was out there before me that was helpful with people like us, who don't really think about doing stuff like this. And when I got my first set and then I was looking them up and I saw people was doing this, it really got me interested and made me want to give it a try. So that's basically what I did. And then I was like, well, everybody else been making reviews. I know some of them are kind of a little dated now because, like I said, these did come out in 2012. So I figured I'd give a more update 2014 version for the YouTube community out there, for maybe some new cat who just stumbled across these things like I have. So yeah, I appreciate you watching, and check back in with us later on. We got more big things in the works. So